Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Victoria and welcome to Pembroke Beauty. So today we are starting Halloween 2021 makeup looks and I'm pumped. I'm pumped! So I have a couple in mind that I have lined up. So the next 3 or 4 weeks, I guess, every week in October, every Saturday in October, I plan to have a Halloween makeup tutorial up for you to recreate, and all of these should be fairly simple to recreate in the sense of you can kind of tweak them and make them usable for you and have your ideas for Halloween. If you have parties to go to, make good choices, stay safe, COVID friendly. If you're going trick-or-treating, if you just want to dress up and hang out at your house, if you're just going to make TikToks at home in your outfit, whatever your plans for Halloween are, I'm going to provide you with some ideas. And so yeah, so today I am doing something a little bit out of my comfort zone and I will get a little bit more into it, but I am becoming a member of the AKATSUKI clan from Naruto. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm pretty excited about it. So let's start. Okay, so I'm going to just start with my face. Nothing crazy here. I'm just going to use my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. If you want to use foundation, use it. Whatever you want to do is, whatever you want to do. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm just going to set my face really lightly. So, just for background, I'm going to go in with the Covergirl Clean Fresh Translucent Powder. No surprises here. This has been my go-to face makeup routine for the last couple months. I'm not that apologetic about it because I really, really, really like these products. So yeah, and I am a creature of habit. I do have a mascara suggestion to provide to you. It's a drugstore mascara. I'm obsessed with it. If you want to hear what suggestion I have, hang in there. Okay, so let's bronze just a little, but instead of bronzing, it's going to be more of an intense contour. So to give a little bit of background, I just want to be clear up front, be very honest. I have not watched Naruto. However, I have read, so Tyler is super into anime and I'm slowly getting into it. I've actually watched a decent amount of animes at this point. But I did read Itachi's story, the book version of it. This is a prequel to the actual show. And then I'm planning to, while I have time, read Kakashi's story. We have this one too. I do actually really highly recommend those. I actually quite liked those. Well, at least Itachi's story because I read that one. But I'm slowly getting into it. Tyler's really into it. And I want to get into it a little bit more. I do have a relatively good background on the point of the show and the whole thing, but I don't have all the details. Just wanted to be honest. But I do know that the AKATSUKI members, which I'll put pictures on the screen as well, they are members of the villainous clan, I guess, and their main person is Pain. And he's the guy with the orange hair. And so I kind of am taking inspiration from all of these characters because nobody has crazy makeup per se, but I'm taking inspiration from all of these characters into what I'm going to do for my makeup today. Looking at them, nobody has anything crazy going on as face makeup. So well, I mean, one does, or I guess a couple do, but I'm not going to, one is half white and black, one is green and one's orange, so we're not going to be doing that today. But because it is the villainous clan, I want to have a bit of a sharp contour, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D Shade in Light palette, and I'm going to use this cooler top shade right here to really carve out my cheeks a little bit. I don't want to go too heavy on it, but I do want it to be sharp. So as you can see, I'm just taking the corner of that, taking it up quite high and kind of making this really pointed. Do you see how that chisels the face? And then we'll blend it out a little bit. then I'm going to put a little bit on my forehead, nothing crazy, just a little bit to get some color up there. And then we will do under the chin as well. I want it to be very sharp. So let that drift up a little bit onto your actual chin, jawline. This will give the illusion of a shadow where your neck is, which is exactly what you want so that your chin looks very chiseled and carved, you know? So then we can go in a little bit and we will kind of bake that out a little bit, if you will. So I'm just going to take my face brush into these two lightest shades and we're going to use that. So I'm not going to do any blush. I want to keep it kind of not blushy. I want to keep it kind of pale, if you will. And I want to do brows and I want to make them really intense, kind of. Just very villainous, if you will. So we're just going to brush through the brows and I'm going to go in with my favorite Covergirl Easy Breezy Brow. Brush out the ends and keep them really flicked up. Okay, so now on to like the main event of the look is the eyes. So taking some inspiration, because they are like the more villainous group, you can see here he has like a winged look going on, and then like the red inner corner thing here, and then this member has like more of a dark eyeliner feel. So I want to do like a really smoked out wing out here and then have some red, and then I want to put these black dots. I don't think I want to put them here, but I think I want to put them up here maybe, or like somewhere in the eye look, if that makes sense. That's the plan. Maybe they'll go under here, haven't fully decided, but that's the goal. So I have two palettes that I want to play with because one has the dark version, like the darker colors that I want to use, and then the other one has red. So the one that I want to use that has darker colors is the Hocus Pocus Colourpop collaboration, the Gather Round Sisters palette. So the reason I'm bringing this back out is because at least at the point in which I am filming this, this is currently available on their website in limited edition. I love this palette. I've used the crap out of it. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to tell, but I really have gotten a lot of use out of this, like in my personal life. I haven't really used it too much online because I didn't want to use something that you guys can't get, but you can get it right now if things stay the same. The other palette I'm going to use is the Main Squeeze Colourpop palette. This is the red focus palette. For obvious reasons, I need red, so that's what we're going to use. Okay, so let's begin. I actually want to go in first with some liquid liner. So I'm going to use the NYX Matte Liquid Liner, and I'm going to do a big wing out here, but I'm going to kind of make it flat. I don't want it to be super curved up. I want it to be more straight out. And we will kind of make this messy as we go on. You got to stick with the process, trust it. So I'm going to start at the lower lash line and go out. That looks pretty even. Good. So now out here I had a lot of coffee that was pretty strong, so I'm shaking a little bit. Like I said, this is going to be a little bit messier of an eyeliner, so it doesn't matter if you have a little bit of craziness. Fill it in. Exactly what I want. So it's kind of clean right now. I'm not gonna fix it up super like a lot. Like we're gonna leave it a little messy because I'm gonna add some shadow over top, and we're also gonna add a little bit of black pencil liner to give it some grip. So this is a technique that I saw actually on TikTok. You guys know I love TikTok. And this girl, she took her mascara and she kind of dabbed it around her eyes to give like a little bit of texture, if you will. So this is the mascara reveal of the century. I've seen this all over the place saying that it's an amazing, inexpensive mascara, and I'm just here to confirm after trying it. The Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara, this one right here, is incredible. I love it so much. I'm really, really, really enjoying this. It is a wetter formula, but I really like it. So I'm just going to take this and like dab it around out here, which is kind of weird to do. It feels like not right. You shouldn't be doing that, but that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I'm obsessed with this. So if I remember correctly, Itachi has a lot of like connections with crows, and so I really think that this kind of gives that like kind of fading into birds effect. I know that that sounds maybe a little bit weird, but tell me that I'm wrong. Like, does it not kind of feel like that? A little bit, a little bit. All right. So I'm going to take this Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in Black Fever. This is just a black eye pencil, whichever one you like, you can use. And I'm going to kind of drag this in to the inner corner here and drag it out a little bit in the inner corner, and we'll clean that up. A pencil brush later, and I want to drag this into our inner lash line as well, and underneath of the eye a little bit towards the outer part of the eye, and you can drag that out here a little bit too so that the shadow has a little bit of stuff to stick to. You can really like use this to kind of give that messy effect. Like, tell me that's not stunning. I'm obsessed. And like the fact that it's kind of transferring up because I have hooded lash. I love it. Love it! I think it looks really good. So I want to take this little pencil brush here. It's like a little flat LMR brush, and I'm just going to use that to blend this inner corner extension. It's also kind of giving me a little bit of Black Swan vibes, which is not quite where I wanted to go, but it's okay. Okay, so now I'm just going to take like a fluffier brush. Nothing too fluffy, but like this little pencil brush will do. And I'm going to dip into this black shade. I call it a bus shade. And it does have a little bit of sparkle to it. If you don't want sparkle, just use a matte black. I kind of like the sparkle idea because who doesn't like some glitter? And I'm just going to dab that out here onto where we just put all that stuff. And blend it along the lower lash a little bit and out a little bit. Yeah, like really kind of smoke it out. Do you see the difference between this one and this one? I'm living for this right now. Again, it can be messy. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm obsessed with this. Alright, I'm going to take this pencil brush again back into that black shadow and reinforce the inner part right here. The top of the liner up here, kind of smoke that out a little bit as well. Then I'm just taking whatever's left on that brush and kind of adding it right in here. Okay, so like I said, we're going to move on to red. So as I showed you, this character has red right on their like inner corner right there. I don't want to put it that low because I have a hooded lid so you won't see it, but I am going to put it like up here. And it may be more of a dot shape. We'll see. So I have this Luxie, what is this? Luxie 141 mini round brush, and this will be perfect. So I'm going to dip into this shade right here, Like It's Hot, from the Colourpop Main Squeeze palette. And I'm going to place this right here. And I'm just going to use that mini round brush to my advantage because it's already the shape I want. And I'm going to kind of focus more of a larger circle down here into a lightly smaller circle up there. I'm loving that. Okay, repeat. Again, if you didn't like the red thing, you don't have to do the red thing. I just thought it would be kind of cool to incorporate it. I'm in love with that. Does that not look super cool? Okay, yeah, I love that. So back into the Hocus Pocus palette, there's this shade here called Night of Frolic, which is like a more plummy red. It's like a little deeper cherry, and I want to use that to kind of accentuate the red dots. Just give a little bit of dimension. So you can see like that way it's a little bit darker in the middle. I'm obsessed with that. Stop it. Alright, and then for black dots. So I think I want to put, where do I want to put the black dots? So I'm definitely going to use eyeliner for this because I think that'll be the easiest way to do it. Questionable. We'll see. So I feel like it's slightly like a super genius. So I'm going to use a little bit of my eyeliner and I'm going to paint that on the back of my hand. Just get like a good bit of it on there. And I'm going to use the end of this brush right here. Whichever brush you have that has like a small rounded point on it. Just going to dip that in there. And we're going to put that right up here. I'm obsessed with that. Tell me that's not so cool. I'm so proud of myself right now. Oh my god, I think that's so cool. Wow, I love that. Okay, so I'm definitely going to put on a half lash. I'm going to put on a half lash. I'm going to set my face with the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set, and we'll be back to do lips. Okay, as I have put on my half lashes, which are the Kiss number 11, so wispy lashes, I put those on, then I added my current favorite Essence Lash Princess Mascara. I highlighted my face actually with the Colourpop Spoon Super Shock Cheek. I think they still have this. Sorry if they don't. But it's just like a pretty neutral, but it's got a lot of shimmer to it, I guess. I really, really like this. And I just thought it gave like a nice glassy finish to the skin. Loving it. So I have two routes that I could go down for this, because in the actual show, pretty much nobody is wearing any lip stuff, but I kind of want to. I kind of want to do like a really dark black or red out to like fade it out to like nothing, if that makes sense. So I'm feeling like I could either do that or I could do nothing. And I feel like it's incomplete, so I'm gonna try it. I've never done anything quite like this before, so hear me out. I'm going to align my lips again in honor of it being available. This is the Hocus Pocus Colourpop lip liner in the shade Lucky Rat Tail, and it goes along with the Hocus Pocus Colourpop Sarah cream lipstick, which I love these so much. The shade is stunning, and I think it'll be really nice with the red, and then I want to blend black liquid lipstick into it, but I first want to line my lips, so that's what I'm going to do. So like I've done in the past for some things, I want to make this a rounded lip. So it looks weird because we haven't filled it in yet. So I'm going to go in with the Coven Cosmetics Void Liquid Lipstick. This is black, and I'm going to put this right on the inside of our lips, and then we will add the lipstick on top to blend it. So I haven't used this yet, but from what I can tell, it seems really, really pigmented, and I really like that formula of the liquid lipstick, so my guess is that it's going to be pretty good. Okay, then the Sarah lipstick, you guys can see it's so pretty, and it has these super cute spiders on the side. Love it. And I'm just going to put that right on top. I'm obsessed with that. Do I want to add a gloss or not? Yeah, I think I want to add a gloss. So I'm just going to go in with the clear gloss. This is the Lizzie McGuire Colourpop. It's just a clear gloss. And I'm going to add this right on top. So this is the completed look. I have probably already inserted some like full body clips of this amazing outfit, this cloak. If I can find it, I will link it in the description box. I believe we got it on Amazon a couple years ago. But yeah, so this is the completed look. Please let me know what you guys think down below. I'm really, really feeling this look. I think it looks really good. I feel like it fits the aesthetic of an AKATSUKI member, and I feel like it could be like part of the show. Let me know if you guys agree. Maybe if you've watched it, you'll disagree with me. But based on my research, I feel like it's pretty good. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and share with any Naruto lovers or anime lovers in your life. Maybe they will really like this and they could recreate it. I don't feel like it's that hard. It's pretty messy. You can kind of do whatever you want with it. You just need some eyeliner, some black eyeshadow, some red eyeshadow. You could not do a lip if you don't want to do a lip, or do whatever lip you want. So that's kind of it for this makeup look. I feel like it is really recreatable and it's very intense on impact. So yeah, I really like it. Anyway, if you don't already, you should follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. In case you didn't know, I have a podcast. We're Gonna Be Friends podcast at We're Gonna Be Friends Pod. Please go check us out. Go subscribe there. We're also on Spotify if you want to listen there. And yeah, stay tuned for more Halloween looks to come. Like I said, I plan to do about 3 more because that's how many more weeks we have until Halloween. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I know. So yeah, I also have an entire Halloween playlist. If you haven't watched any of those, please check them out. I really worked my butt off last year and did a lot of Halloween looks, and I did some before that as well. So yeah, if you like watching Halloween makeup tutorials, got a whole playlist for you. Anyway, stay safe, make good choices, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!